everybody, this is Marley K. Hope you all are well today. I am going to be talking about the Affordable Connectivity Program. It is the program that gives poor, low-income people um, internet access, tablets, laptops, and desktop computers. And a lot of times people are signing up for these tablets and they are free. And I have not seen any poor white people being offered laptops, computers, and tablets, not in Family Dollar parking lots and not in Dollar General parking lots or grocery stores where poor Black people frequent. I don't see white people rolling up to get them there. And when I drive around in rural places where I also know the poverty rates are high because it's rural and people don't earn a lot of income or there are a lot of farms. There are Dollar Generals and Family Dollars, but there are no tents set up for white people to get tablets, laptops, and computers for free or offering them internet access. So I just find it interesting and I want to talk about it because we know as Black people, we are always targeted and we're always lured with trinkets and free stuff. Just like during the Rona, they were giving away donuts and coffee and gift cards and lottery tickets and money just so you take this stuff. And, now you see the impact of it. But in any event, I just want to bring it to your attention because if you have family members that are signing up for this stuff, you may want to talk to them and have them reconsider. You also just need to know about the Internet of Things and smart cities and the Web 3.0 and what it will mean for all of us, because the majority of Black people, regardless of if they're in the South or if they're in, wherever else they are in America, we typically love to be in cities. And so that is going to be, extremely problematic for us going forward in the future because this technology is going to ensnare us. So I want to just kind of explain to you a little bit about it today. And I'm not going to delay. I'm going to get into it now. So the Affordable Connectivity Program is a government-sponsored program that helps low-income households pay for broadband service and internet-connected devices. So you can apply. This is affordableconnectivity.gov. This is the government's website. And you can apply for this online yourself, or as I have seen all over the South, places where poor people frequent, in particular, poor Black people, they are making sure y'all get these laptops, tablets, and desktops. But I've mostly seen people take the tablets because the cost of a tablet is covered almost completely with this program. And so most people tend to opt for the tablet and the internet service, not really understanding what it's connected to and how it's going to impact them and the rest of us. So it's kind of like they're using the poor people as guinea pigs, and then they could say, oh yeah, well, we have buy-in, everybody agreed to it. People don't even know about the Internet of Things, and they don't even really know why they're being offered affordable internet access, because there's no rationale behind it any place. There's no reason for anybody giving us internet access. So, which is also weird. Like, it's not tied to any particular need. They just give it to you. So you should know it's some hop in the game. So what is the Affordable Connectivity Program? The ACP is a U.S. government program run by the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, to help low-income households pay for internet service and connected devices like a laptop or a tablet. You are likely eligible if your household's income is 200% of the federal poverty line, or if you or someone you live with currently receives a government benefit like SNAP, which is food stamps, SSI, Social Security, Supplemental Security Income, I'm sorry, WIC, Pell Grant, or free and reduced price lunch, which is for children in public school, K through 12. If your household is eligible, you could receive up to a $30 a month discount on your internet service, up to a $75 a month discount if your household is on a qualifying tribal land, like a Native American reservation, a one-time discount of up to $100 for a laptop, tablet, or a desktop computer. And it also requires a co-payment of no less than 10, but no more than $50. And this is where they have been targeting Black people in parking lots of Family Dollars and Dollar General. So when you see those little pop-up tents, people sitting out there all day, and people, you know, they hollering at people, hey, you want to get a free laptop? Hey, you want to get a free tablet? And, you know, this is why. Or you could get a low-cost service plan that may be fully covered through the ACP. So they want everybody to get free internet access or be connected. And they need us to be connected because it's tied to the smart cities, and it's tied to this global brain Internet of Things that they want to roll out, or basically they've already started rolling it out. They just are not talking about it. It's very quiet, but you'll see those signs going into cities where it says, you know, welcome to blah, 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 we are a smart city. They're letting you know that they have the Internet of Things technology. And when it's time for them to hit the switch, they're going to hit the switch. You know, what do you think all these new lights for, the little purple light bulbs? It's all connected. So, okay, so I'm going to tell you about this. This is the Wikipedia description of it. So I already told you what it's for and who it's targeting. And the reason that they're targeting low-income households is because there are more low-income people now in America than any other income bracket. And after the collapse, everybody's going to be poor. So everybody, they want to know where everybody is. And so that's the purpose of this program. So as people lose their jobs or whatever, and we go into more lockdowns, because again, pay attention to what's happening in China, that is our future. You'll see the same thing happening here. So several companies have signed up to participate in the program, including Verizon Communications, Frontier Communications, Spectrum, AT&T, and Comcast. So all of the major telecommunication companies are signing on to this affordable connectivity program. And you have to ask yourself, why do they want us to have internet? You know, they don't care if you have rent. They don't care if you have no place to stay. They don't care if you have food, all the things going on in the world, but they want us to have internet access. So, you know, it should be pretty obvious for those of you all who are wise enough to understand what's happening in conjunction with the different agendas that the powers that be have. And they have set aside $14.2 billion in funding for the subsidies for people. Now, the Broadband Equity Access and Deployment Program is where this money comes to the states, and that's what you'll be looking for when you do your searches to find out where this money went, what it went towards, and then you'll be able to find out, you know, which cities are smart cities and which cities are close to you. I did another video about smart cities, so you can check it out. I'll put the link in the description so that you can check out what a smart city is and how it is going to impact Black people, because it is really important that we understand if we are living in cities, we are going to be tracked. Every time your car moves, it's going to be tracked. They're trying to track carbon emissions. They're trying to track where we spend, what we spend, where we go, how much time we spend on the road. And they're going to get to the point where they don't want us to drive because it's all tied to climate change. They don't want you to use fossil fuels. They want you to be, they want to have everything set up where you're basically trapped in your city and everything is in walking distance. So they're going to have, stores and shopping, everything that you need. They don't want you to pretty much leave out of your community because they're trying to save the environment and stop the judgments and plagues that's happening, which they're not going to be able to stop. But anywho, I'm just telling you, that's what they're trying to do. So they have awarded each state $5 million for a planning phase to roll out the Affordable Connectivity Program. And then they have $100 million for expansion. So I don't know if you've paid attention over the last year and a half, they have been laying down these broadband wires. You saw people digging up on the side of the roads in cities, and maybe in your community, you saw them laying down fiber optic lines so that they can have faster internet. And, they may have changed out your meters, your electrical meters on your home and turn them into smart meters so that they can track how much energy you consume, how much time you spend doing whatever, what are your peak hours, what are your non-peak hours, so on and so forth. So there's an agenda attached to this, and all this money was tied to the infrastructure bill. And make sure you check out the references on the Wikipedia link because they had some really interesting articles. They all came out in May, pretty much, of 2022. So they have $45 billion for the internet expansion, which covered basically all the states in the United States. But they also have a program where they wanted to make sure active duty vets and survivors of veterans are eligible for free or discounted internet. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why do they care if these people have the internet? So, your bells should be going off, and you should really be questioning pretty much everything these days because, we just don't know everything that they want to do, but they are not hiding anything anymore. So again, just pay attention to what is happening in China because it is all connected. China is the model of what the powers that be want to roll out in all Western civilizations all across the world. If it's a developed nation, they want to do this. So it's coming here next. So the last thing I want to talk about is Web 3.0. And notice the date on this article was January 6, 2020. It was about maybe a month and a half before they announced officially that COVID was here in America. And it's also right before the pandemic and all the shutdowns. So I just found the timing interesting for this particular article, and it's in Forbes magazine. I'll also include a link in the description. But this just basically tells you about Web 3.0. So I'm going to read directly from the article. I'm going to try to blow it up a little bit so you can see it a little better. All right. Okay, so what is Web 3.0? So 5 years ago, it was thought that the next generation of the internet would be the semantic web. I don't know what the semantic web is, but I will include the link in the description. It's just a different type of web, or maybe it's this web. I don't know. But all I know is the police for all intended purposes. Let's just summarize what it is. It's going to be the police. Berners-Lee, which is the person who coined the term, describes Web in which machines would process content in a human-like way, i.e. a global brain where all data would be connected and understood contextually and conceptually. So they were not able to do this because, of course, the internet is just metal and wires and memory. But if, because people are different, because people talk different, because people have different cultures, like there's just no way for anybody, I don't care how many programmers they have, you can't, it's just something that you just cannot do because we all speak different tongues, we have different dialects, we have different slang in our languages. And so, just imagine you try to do something like that, create a global brain in a place like America where, people come from all over the world and they have their own languages. Like there's just no way you'd be able to do it. And they won't be able to do it anyway because the majority of people that work in this industry are white or Asian. And so because they have very little connections to other ethnic groups like African Americans, they don't know our culture, they don't know how we talk, they don't know how we think, they don't know our slang. And so you have to find a way to get us to give you that information. And they used social media and the internet. That's why everything is free. So we help them build a global brain by using Facebook and all these other different sites. And so over the years, they've been able to collect enough information from us to finally have a global brain. So here, the semantic web did not materialize for a number of reasons. The primary reason was that the AI technology referred to as RDF, Resource Description Framework, was nearly impossible to implement. And so that's kind of where I was telling you about how they were able to collect the information and finally get it off the ground. How can a machine know the difference between a jaguar, the animal, and a jaguar, the car? The only way to know the difference is to understand the context in which it is being described. And so that is where we come in. So we have, over the years, probably over the last 15 years, have helped to build the global brain. So it's kind of what Edward Snowden was talking about, how we all have files. And so it's along the lines of that. Like, there are a lot of people who have been collecting information and studying us, and Black people, African Americans in particular. So just understand that we need to be fully aware that Web 3.0 and the Internet of Things is always going to be about us. So you need to be aware that, these people have been studying us for a long time. So this article also talks about the rise of technology such as distributed ledgers and storage on blockchain will allow for data decentralization and create a transparent and secure environment, overtaking Web 2.0 centralization, surveillance, and exploitative advertising. Decentralized infrastructure and application platforms will displace centralized tech giants, and individuals will be able to rightfully own their data. Well, that is not true, because once you start connecting to smart cities are going to be able to have access to our data, and the government is going to have access to our data, and we're not going to own nothing, and we're not going to have any control over anything. So it's all just a lie. But they sell it to you to make it sound like it's such a great thing, but it's just a lie. So in closing, it says Web 3.0 will bring us a fairer internet by enabling the individual to be a sovereign, which is a lie, because the internet is already racist and the people who created the internet are racist. So the internet is just going to be more racist, and it's going to be more tyranny. And we already see it in the way that we're censored. You know, we have to creep around and talk in code because we can't, you know, we're censored. So it's not going to get any better. You know, we're not, unless we develop our own platforms and we do peer to peer, like real peer to peer, and don't sell it. But even then, because we don't own the internet, there's no way for us to have anything that we own and make us sovereign. Like, we're just, if you're going to participate in using the internet, you just know that you're not going to be a sovereign anything. And so it's just a lie. Again, look at China and make your inference from there. True sovereignty implies owning and being able to control who profits from one's time and information. Web 3.0's decentralized blockchain protocol will enable individuals to connect to an internet where they can own and properly be compensated for their time and data, eclipsing an exploitative and unjust web where giant centralized repositories are the only ones that own and profit from it. So they are basically now saying, we want to cut y'all in on the deal, but they've been collecting data on us for like 15 years. And really, this internet came about like in the 70s. So, you know, just think about how long they have been collecting information on us. So now that they want to give us access and cut us in on the deal, let us profit from it, you're really not going to be able to profit from it because there's really not going to be a need to profit from it. We're not going to be able to do anything. Once this economy collapses, like there's not going to be a need for us. We're just going to be a socialized society that's policed and not going to be able to go anywhere, do anything. It's just going to go downhill from here. So it's just going to be really interesting to see what happens going forward. And I would really advise everyone to look into Web 3.0, the Internet of Things. Check out the other video that I did on smart cities, and talk to your people about this technology, because I know a lot of people are addicted to their cell phones, to their tablets, to the internet. People who don't work on computers for a living, they use it for recreation, and that's going to be an issue going forward, because people are going to have to make a decision whether or not they actually want to, have surveillance 24/7 and be connected to the Internet of Things, and how that is going to impact everybody. Anyone that has a smart device, you have one of these government tablets or computers, you carry it someplace, and just think about it, they sell it to, you need to do it for your kids. So how do you tell a kid that has this tablet, oh, you can't take this tablet because it's the police? So it's just going to be all types of ethical issues that we all need to think about ourselves, and we need to start thinking about how we're going to navigate smart cities, this Internet of Things, this Web 3.0, and all this surveillance that they have planned for us with this new internet connectivity program that has been rolled out over the last 2 years. So share your feedback if you've seen any, Black people, long lines in poor communities signing up for tablets and computers in, parking lots of Family Dollars and Dollar Generals or grocery stores, or just in lots in poor areas around the country. Just kind of let us know, because people are really not paying attention to this. And this is going to be one of the things, this is going to be the thing over the next 2 years that is rolled out as we start going through more lockdowns and they start unleashing more stuff, and people start refusing to adhere to the rules of them folks. Y'all know who them and they are. You know who them and they are. So give me some feedback. Thanks for sticking around. Make sure you like the video, share it so that you can let other people know about what is going on, and subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content, because I'll be doing more of it. There are a lot of things coming down the pipe and you need to know about it. If it impacts Black people, I'm on it. So have a good one, y'all, and look out for the next video.